Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy, and we're back with another episode of Redline Tuesday, this time sent to us by Galactic-Bifrost.deviantart.com. And I'm pretty sure they are a girl, but I don't know for sure, because I think their name's Brit or Brittany. Anyway, they said, for the most part, I was having trouble with the drawing. I was drawing his hand gripping the glass, along with trying to find out what to do with his other hand and arm. Also, now that I'm looking at it, his head is super huge compared to his body. Given he's supposed to be a hulking beast of a man, not comically so, but yeah, thanks in advance. Okay, so, yeah, his head's pretty big for compared to like his shoulders and arms and stuff. And since this image, going totally off topic here, but since this image is kind of dark, I lightened it up. I did the best I could since I didn't have the raw file, and this is what it's going to look like while we work with it. So, okay, let's get started here. So I think the best plan of action is to leave his head and his hand the sizes that they are, and just expand the size of his back and like his shoulders and arms and everything. So I'm actually going to go out, and I'm going to increase the size of our canvas. Oops, sorry, I have these layers locked. I should have done this before. I wasn't thinking, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll just leave that like that. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get going now. So, I'll do the head and the hand here in a bit, but let me first just set up like a, oh wow, can you guys see that okay? Oh, it's kind of vibrating for me. That's not much better. I'm only trying to overlay. That's better. Okay, we'll just set it on overlay then. So, we're going to have to draw the tops of his shoulder. Wow, you can't see it though when it goes into the light. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way for us to see this. Okay, well, it's going to be just a little dark or weird looking in places because if I don't put a filter over the red lines, it gets really it vibrates too much, and it hurts my eyes. So here's his Adam's apple, or like the bottom of it, I guess. Now he is supposed to be a big guy. So I'm going to try to represent that. I'm thinking I'm going to have to extend the canvas again. I think I'm going to have to go down now. I apologize. But I don't like to do too much off camera when I do Redline Tuesdays because I want you to see like my thought process while I'm working, so you're just gonna have to deal with me like having to stop to adjust things. Okay. So I am going to redraw that hand, but it's in the ballpark of where it needs to be, so I'm just going to try to like work to it, I guess. It's the best way to... Oh, I got it. Hold on, I'm going to put a... yeah, I'm going to put a dull color back there so that when I turn off the original art, I can still sort of see what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So the top of the shoulders, like this part here, with these muscles, whose names I would help if I was on the right layer. These names, the names of these muscles I always forget, but from the top they kind of look like a diamond with like a rounded top, I guess is a good way to say it. So now this is like on a really, really muscly person. If you have a not so muscly person, or like children, unless you have like a super muscled child, which it does happen, this is going to be a lot smoother. But so here's the top of your shoulders, like the very outward part, and this would be like the bones extending down to your arms. And then right here would be where your clavicles are. And you got your Adam's apple there if you've got a really prominent one. And then your spine would be, well, actually your spine would be more like here. But we have like a lot of tissue and fibrous material that covers that. And so you get like a little indent, is what I'm trying to say. Like that. Okay, so that's what the top of the shoulders looks like. And then you have your pecs or your boobs. Okay, not like that. Don't do it like... Okay, so that's what we're working towards. His elbow meets would be somewhere in there. I'm trying to figure out like how muscled I should go on this guy. I'm not... So I think you could get away with not showing the other hand. If you wanted to, you could have it sort of like the other wrist would be here and his hand would be like bent up, and you could show the fingertips if you wanted to. You don't have to. I think you could get away with like pretending like it's curved in, like he's making a fist towards his chest. It's up to you. I will say though, and I'm trying to think what artist said this, but like hands are bonus points. And I don't know about you guys, but I am like a total completionist. I gotta get all the bonus points. So I try to show hands if at all possible. So, and because you score so much with an audience when you show hands. There's something about human brains when it comes to hands and faces. Like, the human brain is just like ding, ding, ding whenever they see them. They're just like, ah, that's great, perfect, this works, I love it, you know? I just, it's something about human expression, and yeah. So, now I'm noticing that the table is not straight, so I'm just going to make it straight. I don't even know if that's correct perspective or not. Oh, nope, don't close. I really got to change that. The hotkey to close a file in Photoshop is Control W, and you don't know how many times I've hit it. So now we're going to draw our bottle. This is a pretty sloppy bottle, but that's okay. Looks a little bit like a ketchup bottle. was just a teens off on that bottle. That's alright. Oh yeah, I'm like really off on the top, aren't I? The bottle has to be perfect. It's part of the image. There. I like props a lot. It's probably one of like my more favorite things to draw. I'm gonna put a napkin under. There. Perf. Okay. So, hopefully this is not too... Okay, I hope you guys could see well enough without me adjusting too much there. I worry this is kind of like, I shouldn't have picked these colors. Oh, I shouldn't have picked these colors. I should have gone with something else. Okay. So now we're going to do C hand. And I'm just going to make a mark where that wrist connects in case I need to move it. So, this hand's not that, like this part here is not that bad. That looks okay. And in fact, if you fix the fingers on this pose, you could use this as a glass holding pose, except the difference would be that the cup would be going like this way. Okay, the bottom wouldn't be falling off, it'd be like that. But you get the idea. So I guess it just depends on how you want to do it. I guess I'm gonna do that then, unless you want him to be holding the glass straight up and down. I'd rather work with what you've got. We'll see. If I don't like it, I'll change it. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna change. Never mind. Never mind. Stop. Stop. Everybody stop what you're doing. Yeah, I'm gonna, do the cup first. The glass, excuse me. And then I will draw the hand around that. I'm going to change the color of the glass for a sec. What's a color that's not irritating? There. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out here. I'm going to have to turn that off for now because it's kind of throwing me off. I apologize. I really don't like doing that, but... So I noticed he has like claws a little bit. His thumb would actually be ending there, so maybe that's not such a great idea, but I was going to say you could, if you wanted to, imply claws around the glass, like maybe like one like right there, maybe something like that. I'm actually going to break out a thicker brush. I'm going to be real sloppy about this at first, so... Bear with me. We're all going to get there together in one piece. And it's okay to work like this, you know, especially when you're doing digital art. This is how we make stuff happen. There are no rules on us. If you want to blob white on there to to create your negative spaces, that's what you're going to do then. I know you're looking at this like, what? But it's getting there. So now we're, oh. You know, I have this red that I always use for my Redline Tuesdays. I have it picked out, and it's sitting over there on the sidebar, but I always feel like I have to repick it for some reason. Like, I just naturally go to the eyedrop tool. Multiply that so you guys can see it a little better. So, I'm going to turn this. And I'm gonna, where are you, cup? I'll lighten the cup. By the way, I don't want there to be this idea that I'm like doing all this because, oh my gosh, do I even want to go here? I don't want people to think I'm doing all this blocking and stuff because I'm struggling to correct like horrible poses or something. It's not like that. Like I do this for a lot of my own work, you know. It's good to like really sit with your hands and feet and details and stuff because that's what's gonna make your image in the long run. This finger, the pinky, is a little not where I want it. So, yeah, like I said, his thumb would be here. And you could probably get away with drawing the top of the nail, like right in there. Boop. I'm still not totally happy here. This part just seems to be falling off. Like the pinky part seems to be falling off a little bit. Like if you feel if you have to like squish fingers in near the end, there's okay, you know what? It's been doing this to me lately and I'm not sure what's going on here. There it goes. I kind of messed up one of my settings on my Magic Wand select tool, and ever since then it's been kind of acting a little goofy. Like it keeps wanting to go back to that setting for some reason. I think that's a respectable hand. So, yeah, you could also, one thing I do is if I'm having trouble drawing the nails in perspective, I just go in with a different color and just go over them. Pretend like you're painting the nails. Now, if I'm totally getting this wrong, just ignore this part. Just go in there and erase this shit. If you're just like, oh, he doesn't have long nails. Like, if I'm totally misrepresenting your work, then yeah, feel free to like come in and just get rid of this. And then what I do is, there I go again, trying to select that color. Yeah, we'll just center it. His nails look a little grungy, my bad. Just clean those up. Oopsie doopsie. But yeah, if that helps you kind of like decide where nails need to be, that's a good way of doing it. I have characters with long nails as well, and I always have issues like drawing them in perspective and stuff, so. just kind of erase the bottoms. So you get something like that. Yeah, I'm still not feeling... I think this... This is a little off. I hope that's better, though. Like, I hope that's something... Put some hair on him. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm gonna leave that faint, like, thicker sketch layer there, just in case. And... turn my cup back up. But I'm going to make this part a little fainter. And turn everything back on. Okay, so yeah, I need to move that whole... I kind of had a feeling I would. Oh, where am I going? I'm way too close. Okay. That's okay. I don't like to work in parts like this, but that's where we are. So, what I'm going to do... Yeah, no, it's okay because I think moving the hand down like this will give us room to move his face down a little more so that he's a little more slouchy, because if I kept it up here, the hand now blocks like a lot of his nose and lips and mouth and all that stuff. So yeah, let's just move it down. I guess we could also... Yeah, that's wacky. Okay. That is totes wacky. Yeah, I'm having like such a I'm in a total quandary now because I don't want to... I don't like to move stuff too much or like too far, you know. This like seems like such a huge jump to me. I'm gonna leave the hand on its own layer. Let me rename that hand. This will just be a red line. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing right now. That's okay. I'm going to turn the hand off for now. I'm going to go over his face. And to be honest, there's not really anything that I feel like needs uber correcting on the face. I'm just going to sort of... I'm actually going to flip it while I work on the face. I've been looking at it for a while in this direction. Okay, cool. I'm just going to kind of loosely go over it. I really like this. There's sort of like, I wouldn't call it like a fat pocket, but just like the way the brow is shaped. Okay, so then if you ever see me doing these crosses, this is just kind of like my little way of making sure things were equal. So I'm just kind of snowballing here on this side of the face since it's covered by the original hand. And you probably won't be able to see it again once I move it down, so it's not really an issue. Sorry, I'm in super concentration mode. Oof. My ear is itchy. Gotta take my headset off. Okay, sorry. So, let's see. I wonder what kind of creature he is. I wonder if he's like a werewolf or a goblin. Okay. Forehead wrinkles. Okay. There we go. Perf. Not really. But good enough. Good enough. Let me flip it back. Cool. I'm sorry. Should I draw his hair? I noticed I've been getting a lot of comments about leaving them bald. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't really care about the hair as much because it's not like, usually everybody draws it fine. Like, I'm not really making any improvements on it. But I guess if I must. There. Like I said, I'm not really making any like huge improvements on it. Okay, so let's see. So we want him to be more slouchy. So it's actually okay, I think, if we just like just take the head and go and just like move it down some. Like, I really think it's okay if we do that. I don't think. One thing I'm noticing though is this eye needs to be wider to compensate for this eye being like seeing so much of that eye. What I'm gonna do here is put some white under it so we can still see through, but that. Oh shoot, what am I thinking? I can't do it like that. I have to, I'm having some issues, okay? Okay, that's okay, and then we... There's this artist that this really reminds me of, and I'm at a loss. As I can see her art, like I can see the freaking ridges. I could see in my head who this reminds me of. I'm not sure who. I have to go look. Not that that's a bad thing. She's a good artist, and I like her stuff. His wrist's too long now. Yeah, this should be more like here. Ugh, I'm sorry I had to throw off your drawing so much. I hate doing that. I really don't like to change too much of what's already there. You know what I mean? I like to keep things pretty much as they come to me. So, what's going on here? Oh, that's why. I was like, why do I keep selecting the pen tool? That's because I'm touching the... So this actually needs to be a little more to the front. This is actually a very hard pose to find referenced. This kind of arms forward slouchy pose, especially on like a muscled person. There needs to be like a campaign to make bodybuilders do artist poses, and not because like every character is a bodybuilder, but just because you can see all their muscles really easily. When I was in college and I was taking lots of like anatomy drawing classes and stuff, we always, or I should say, I only took one anatomy drawing class, but I think it was 2 semesters long. I can't remember now, but one thing that we always had to do was draw bodybuilders. Or like go over bodybuilder images, because their muscles are just everywhere. Now that I have that hand drawn, I can kind of feel this arm a little better. There we go. And this one probably be up a little more. I hope I didn't make him like too hulking. I guess it's better to go big, you know what I mean? And then just make it more subtle, I guess. Like, it's better to go too far than to... Okay, what's going on here? I think I accidentally gave him like 14 extra muscles in his arm. I'm confused. Okay, so there is a line there. I just can't see it because of the light. Okay. So this... What am I doing? I'm getting confused with what layers I'm on. This... Ugh. I've got too many layers. I've got 3 layers, and I'm just like already way confused. Okay, so... This goes like this. And this goes like that, but not quite that big. Damn it, we're gonna get perfect arm muscle anatomy if it kills me. No, this isn't really gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be damn close. Also, I'm sorry if you hear any noise in the background. It's been really, really windy today. And my office faces, or I should say my office is right on the outside. I am outside right now. I think I need to move the table edge down to like there, actually, to make room for all his bulk. So we're just gonna go like these. And we're gonna take this. Actually, you know what I'll do? Huh? You know what I'm gonna do? Just gonna move that. Just gonna eyeball it down. So all I've really done is taken what you already had and just kind of moved it around a little bit. Now overall this will affect your composition, i.e. you're just gonna have to kind of adjust some things. Also, this is just a plumb line for the bottle. Let me get rid of it. Okay, so get rid of this. Okay, so yeah, I basically just moved everything down. Let me just good job, Emmy. Let me just move things back up a little more. Try to at least get the face lined up. So yeah, I basically just took this part of the drawing and moved it down. Oh, he does have hairy arms. Hairy arms. Ho! I like drawing hair. I'm not doing a very good job. Okay. So, yeah, this part here always kind of gets me a little bit, like how the shoulder, like, it really just folds, like in pictures I've seen. I mean, there's just like a really deep line here normally when the arm folds either front or back. It kind of depends, but, or like up over the head. But yeah, there's usually just like a deep crevice there. And it doesn't really connect all the way around, but you know me, I like to draw through my shapes, so you're going to get a little bit of that. So yeah, I basically just moved everything down a little bit, and I just turned his hand. This almost could be like animated, like if you drew over this hand and changed the position of the cup, it would look like he was like taking a drink, like back and forth, like gulp, 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 gulp. So my beer bottle still looks terrible. It looks like a ketchup bottle. It really does. It's that top that's like terrible. Oh, jeez. It's so funny. I just went out drinking over the weekend. I should know this. I should know what a beer bottle looks like by now. That's probably one thing I've never done is drawn drunk. I don't like get wasted, but I get pretty tipsy. That's not right, is it? Sorry, let me just it was close. Not quite. Not quite. So I think that is good to go. Let me take this color and make it that so it's not quite so. How's that? Is that something you can work with there? I think that's pretty good, you know? It is weird, it like animates with that other hand. Sorry, if you have seizures, please look away now because I'm going to be flicking back and forth just to sort of eyeball some stuff. Sorry, I don't want you getting confused. Ah, how am I selecting all these weird colors? Stop it. So there is a slight bump here from from the wrist bone. I'm not sure what we would call that. Oh, this hand is still not quite satisfactory, but I think it's better. I'm usually never satisfied with hands. I could probably piss around with them forever if you let me, but anyhow, I do think that is better. Also, I wanted to compliment you on the shading. I really like it a lot. Do that. Do more of that. That bottle is like perf. The only thing I would recommend is, am I allowed to go over this? Is in the shadow of the bottle, which would be like here. You would get some light refraction. Maybe not quite that bright, but something pretty similar to that. Oh, I could just sit here and paint all day if you let me. I'm trying to get better at my digital painting because I want to teach you guys, but I don't feel confident enough right now in my digital painting skills to do such a thing. But if one of you guys has a digital painting you want me to go over, as opposed to just like anatomy and stuff, send it in because I will do it. In fact, if you send me a digital painting, I might skip it ahead and do it like next week, just to kind of break up all the anatomy I've been doing lately. Or maybe I'll just go over like one of my old paintings or something for next week, as opposed to. I feel bad doing that though because so many people have been waiting for their red lines. Maybe I'll just do it on my own, like as a special thing. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry, Alright, so let's thank Galactic-Bifrost.deviantart for their glorious drawing that they've sent me to Redline, which I'm now going to crop back to a more reasonable size so that it's not taking up room on my hard drive. Okay, cool. So, okay, one last time. Thanking Galactic-Bifrost at DeviantArt.com, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!